Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is June 25th, 2026, and the time is now 5:02 p.m. I'd like to welcome you to the second budget hearing of the Mayor and Town Council of the Town of Forest Heights, Maryland. This is for the FY 2027 budget and emergency ordinance number 02-26. This meeting will now come to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Hines,
Present.
Councilmember Kennedy,
Here.
Councilmember Brownson,
Here.
Councilmember Little,
Present.
Councilmember McDonald, Council President Noble,
Here.
Mayor Lilly,
Present.
Mr. Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we will have a moment of silence. Thank you. Next, we will have the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, we will have approval of the main agenda. I move that we adopt tonight's main agenda. Is there a second?
I second.
It has been moved and seconded that we adopt tonight's main agenda. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it, and our agenda is adopted. Next, we'll have public period. Public period is the time when members of the public can give comment to the mayor and council. Each member is given 2 minutes to provide comment. If you ask a question, we may be able to answer it tonight. If not, we'll have the appropriate department head or official get back to you, normally within 72 hours. Is there anyone who wishes to speak during public period at this time? Okay, I see a hand raised from Ms. McCutcheon.
Hi, good evening. I sent you some documents and I hope that you got them. One thing I wanted to say,
Just one
I
moment,
don't,
Ms. McCutcheon. Thank you for joining us. If you could just state your address for the record.
Okay.
Or your street
oh,
name.
Andrea McCutcheon, and I live on Seneca Drive.
Okay, you can begin.
Thank you. I did send some documents to the council that I wanted them to review. And also, I just noticed that on June 24th, 2023, I sent all of you sitting there, with the exception of Councilwoman Little, a copy that I've sent you again of the oath of office. And I think I sent you some things about Article 20 also, financial and internal controls. And since this is about the budget, um, I see some things that in Article 20 that as far as with the credit card, some credit card, this treasurer's paying off $5,000 twice a month. That's not internal controls, and it's not what your Article 20 says, and no one ever picks this up. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you for being here, Ms. McCutcheon, and for your comments. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during public period at this time? Going once, Going twice. Okay, public period is now closed. Next, we'll move into the public hearing for the FY 2027 budget. And I will read the overview for Emergency Ordinance Number 02-26. Emergency Ordinance 02-26 is an amended emergency ordinance of the mayor and council of the town of Forest Heights, Maryland, to approve and adopt the fiscal year 2027 budget and authorize its amendment by resolution. At our last meeting on June the 18th, which was a special meeting after deliberation, extensive deliberation by the council and the mayor, we determined that it was prudent for transparency and for process to hold another hearing on the FY 2027 budget. The original ordinance that was presented has not changed much. The details of emergency ordinance number 02-26 contain the majority of what was contained in the original proposal. However, we wanted to provide an additional opportunity for members of the public to review and to comment on this emergency ordinance before it's voted on. So we're holding this public hearing today after allowing a period for that to happen and to keep members of the public engaged and allowing them an additional opportunity to comment on some of the changes that were made. At this time, is there anyone who wishes to speak on the emergency ordinance number 02-26, which proposes the FY 2027 budget? Ms. McCutcheon, I see your hand up. The same rules apply for the public hearing on the budget as in a normal public period. You'll have 2 minutes to provide your comments. If you're trying to speak, you're on mute at the moment. Okay, well, I don't see you coming off of mute. Is there anyone else, any other members of the public who wish to provide comment on the emergency ordinance number 02-26, which establishes the FY 2027 budget at this time? Madam Clerk, were there any members of the public who sent questions or comments via email or who expressed the desire to speak?
Excuse me, Mayor Lily, outside of the comments that President Andrea McCutcheon sent over to council, there were no additional submissions.
Thank you. Ms. McCutcheon, I see your hand back up. Are you able to come off of mute?
Yes, I actually lost the entire connection. Thank you.
Okay, you'll have 2 minutes beginning now. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. Again, I just wanted to have the council read the information that I sent because everything applies. And I hope everybody got it to read it so that you would know and use this in your deliberation. I don't know, you said you've had deliberations before. The deliberations you had before were supposed to be done at a hearing, not at a regular meeting when you guys decided to just go on off into talking about it. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Ms. McCutcheon. Okay, I'll allow 2 more minutes for anyone who may be trying to join. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time is now 5:14. We have heard from public period and the public hearing portion of this budget hearing, which, as I mentioned before, we established as an additional opportunity for members to comment on the emergency ordinance number 02-26 establishing the FY 2027 budget. We have not had any additional members of the public sign in or indicate a desire to speak at this time. So there's nothing further on our agenda. If there's nothing else from members of council, we'll adjourn this public hearing.
I do have a question, if you don't mind.
Okay, I'll come to you, Council President Noble's hand.
That's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Good evening. Just wanted to make sure that this hearing was scheduled from 5 to 5:30. Is that correct? Or just to start at 5? I see a head shaking.
According
And
to the notice that went out, it was scheduled at 5. If
Okay.
there's something to the contrary, Madam Clerk, could you let me know?
Excuse me, the hearing was scheduled from 5 to 5:30. Yes.
Okay. And I guess the only comment I would have about that is if that we could just still be available until at least 5:30, since it is a public hearing, before closing out. Thank you.
Councilmember Kennedy?
I'd have to agree with Council President Noble. Also, the question I originally had was the latest proposed budget. Is this was it available for everyone who wanted to get a copy or see it to be able to see it?
Yes, it was. Mr. Jackson or Ms. Chisholm, could you expound, just share a little bit of the ways it was available and when?
There were physical copies produced and made available at Town Hall. It was also posted on the town's website with links.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, with that, we will remain in this session to see if we have any other members of the public show up to provide comment prior to our special meeting to discuss emergency ordinance number 02-26, which is scheduled at 5:30. Mr. Jackson?
Just wanted to, just for logistical purposes, we'll have to end this meeting and click on the secondary link for the special meeting.
Okay, thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the time is now 5:30, and this public hearing for emergency ordinance number 02-26, which will set the budget for FY 2027, is now adjourned. You can join us on the other link for the